LB checking in, man. Keep it locked in, but in between the lines with Coach Stella, you feel me? You did.
Hey, we live at Annex Events, Luxury Dome Rentals. Hey, it just so happened y'all caught us at the perfect time. Hey, look, we're gonna show y'all just a little sneak preview of what you can have in your own backyard.
Our Ellie House Game of the Week.
Woo!
All right, now, so we done seen this game a few times over the last few years. Glenville going into Archbishop Hoban. It was a close one, Coach.
Yep.
It was a wild one. Tell us what you seen, what we got.
Like you said, it was a close one. It was a wild one. Hoban got the win 12-9. First thing that come to my mind, looking back on the game, it was a physical football game. Both teams were physical, and it was a defensive game. At the end of the day, it came down to who was going to make that play. And like I said, Hoban got it done, and at the end of the day, it was the guy that normally gets it done for him. Braden Feaster, 99 yards, 99-yard touchdown to give them the go-ahead touchdown to kind of give them the lead. They held on from that, but that was the game-winning touchdown to put them ahead. Defensively, I thought Hoban played great. They only gave up 9 points to Glenville. If my memory corrects me right, Glenville scored on the first drive, missed the field goal, which gave them 6, and then after that, only thing Glenville got was a field goal. So anytime you play anytime you play Glenville, and I could say only gave up 9, I gave up a touchdown the first possession and the field goal. As a defense, I feel great about that. So you can't ask for more defensively. Them guys up front, Devoneer Riley, Caleb Williams, Ace Brown. Shout out to our player of the game, Patrick Kinsel, number 24. A lot of people don't talk about that kid. He had a night. He was coming off that edge like a madman, doing a great job, just causing disruption in the backfield, making Arvell either get off his spot or scramble and just not be comfortable in that pocket. So shout out to them guys on the front line, on the defensive line. They did a great job getting pressures, getting sacks, just getting overall hits on Arvell all night. The Feaster brothers did what they did at linebacker. See ball, run the ball, hit ball. They did that. And then the secondary, I thought the secondary held up. I thought they were solid. I don't think they had a great night. I don't think they had a bad night anytime you playing them type of athletes. You're going to give up some plays. They gave up the hitch for a touchdown. They gave up some plays throughout the game. But all in all, they didn't give up the big one over their head. They kept everything in front and tried to tackle, which I'm sure was the game plan for the defense coordinator. So they stopped the run, which was big. I think they only gave up 37 or 39 rushing yards to Glenville, which is huge. And you make them one-dimensional. So shout out to Hoban for getting it done. I want to give a special shout-out to freshman offensive lineman Odin Meeker. Freshman, had to step in. We know Sam Greer didn't play, so he had to step in and play guard. Imagine being a freshman the first time you play, and you playing against Glenville as an offensive lineman with them dudes they got on the D-line and that linebacker. So shout out to Odin, man. You'll never forget your first start, your first game in Hoban, and that's a big-time thing to do, to be able to step in as a freshman and help your team out that way. So shout out to Odin. I will say this, though. I got to say this if I'm being fair. You know what I mean? That was a fumble. That was a fumble. The play before Braden Feaster took it to the crib, 99 yards, Sincere Johnson came up with the fumble. This is the only reason why. Did I see it? No, I did not see it. This is why I say it was a fumble. I'm just going based on my football knowledge. Most of the time when you quarterback sneak, you never hit the ground, meaning you're going to be on top of bodies. And then also, like, he jumped out of there with the ball ASAP. So it wasn't like one of them prolonged things where they were fighting at the bottom of the pile and then, okay, we got it late, so you could have had it, I could have ripped it from you, yada, yada, yada. I felt like that was a fumble. I don't know, but if I had to guess based on just my football knowledge and watching football and playing football, I would guess that's a fumble. Refs didn't call it, and then the next play, Braden Feaster is hitting his head on the goalpost, 99 yards. So shout out to Hoban, they got it done. Shout out to our player of the game, Patrick Kinzel. Him and Ace Brown were menaces coming off that edge. Shout out to Brayton for doing what Brayton do at this point. Nobody's surprised about what Brayton do on Friday nights. And shout out to the staff, man. Anytime you win 12-9, because Glenville had to leave for most of the game, and Hoban did a good job keeping their kids composed, keeping them calm, making adjustments, and just grinding until they made enough plays. So that was it on the Hoban side. On the flip side for Glenville, as we were leading up, talking about the game last week on the show, previewing the game, my three things I talked about them was discipline. Can they not turn the ball over? Had a couple turnovers. Can we not get a lot of penalties? I didn't get the final number on penalties, but it had to be 10 plus, and I think it was at least 7 or 8 on offense. So penalties killed them. And then special teams. Could they be electric in special teams? They really didn't get no big returns from special teams. We already know penalties, they had a lot of them. And turnovers, they had a few of them. And they lost 12-9. So that's always my point with Glenville. If you ever look at the games they lose, it's normally those things that get them. It's normally special teams. We had too many turnovers or too many penalties. And they only lost 12-9 against a team that good. But back to Glenville, their defense did their job. I know they gave up the 99-yarder. They don't want to do that. But all said and done, if you'd have told Coach Ginn or the defense or whoever, okay, we about to go play Hoban at Hoban, we're going to give up 12 points. They would have signed up for that. Now, the competitors probably would have said, Coach, let's hold them to 7, let's hold them to none. But realistically, in your brain, you'd have been like, okay, we know our offense going to get at least 13 plus, so we good with that. So I thought the defense played a good night. Jameer Perez did a good job stuffing that middle. DeAndre Taylor he's a player, man. DeAndre Taylor is a player. We're going to be talking about him more in between the lines with Coach Stella. Sincere Johnson was all over the place, sideline to sideline. I think that was my 3rd or 4th game seeing Sincere in person. I thought that was the best game I've seen he play in person. The kid was dynamic. Aaron Scales and C.J. Newell, they did what they do. We talked about in the preview show. They bring swagger, they bring attitude, they bring toughness, they bring leadership. I like the game plan of the defensive coordinator from Glenville. He was sending them both of them off the edge, getting quick pressure on Nick Kinsey, getting him out of the pocket, making him have to play fast and throw the ball away, kind of just get it out of his hands. I love that game plan. They blitzed, they tackle well in the run game. I thought the safeties were great. I thought Sincere was great, and I thought the defensive line was great. Like I said, they pretty much took away the Hoban offense besides Braden Feaster, and really much beside the 99-yard run. If you take away that 99 run from Braden Feaster, he about 80-something yards, you know what I mean? You playing Braden Feaster, you keep him around 80-something yards. I'm okay with that. I'm living with that. That means somebody else has to beat us. But also when you playing a big-time football player, sometimes it only takes that one play. So I thought defensively, I thought Glenville were great. Offensively, of course, they didn't have a good night. They only rushed for 39 yards, so pretty much you have no run game. So that put all the pressure on Arvell to make plays. And I thought Hoban's defensive coordinator had a great game plan. You know what I mean? Let's keep the top on the defense, meaning let's not let them get behind us. Let's make them catch everything in front of us, and let's try to rally and tackle. Now, shout out to Joseph Saffo. He caught the hitch early, made a couple people miss. He got to the end zone. But they kind of regrouped. They kind of did a better job tackling from there on out. Sorry, everybody. They did a good job tackling from there on out. I thought they did a good job. And Arvell made some big-time throws, but it's still high school football. Anytime he got to drop back that much and he got to make every play, it's going to be tough when you're playing against a team like Hoban. But all in all, it was a great football game. I love being there. Sign us up next year. Sign me up every year.
For sure.
And I know this will be a tough one for Coach Ginn only because it's the same stuff. You know what I mean? And I know they're preaching it. I know they're practicing it. So at this point, the last part is the key is just taking accountability and making sure it don't happen. And I didn't like a couple of the call. You and shout out to bro Mario. Me, you, and Mario were talking about in the end zone. A couple of the Glenville players were making good plays and got penalized for celebrations, which I don't agree with that either. But I also understand as a coach, especially when you're talking to older kids that played a lot, you got to understand how the game is getting reffed. Anytime we get a big stop, it's 3rd down, we get a stop. let's run to the sideline and celebrate together on the sideline, just so we make sure we don't get this penalty, because you never know which penalty gives the offense the ball back. Now they get rhythm, now they score. But all in all, it was a great football game. Two great teams that's going to be there deep in the playoff run. Sign me up for next year. And it was a great football game, great atmosphere, physical. I know all them kids woke up sore on Saturday morning. I know they were sore, but I can't ask for nothing more, bro. Big-time football game, and I enjoyed it.
Man, absolutely, man. Hoban hosting Glenville. Just think of the number of players that we got to see up close. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately for us, we get to see a lot of these players multiple times in a year. We get to actually have conversations with them. So, you know what I'm saying? We're super blessed to be this close to the game, to be able to have an opinion, right?
Facts.
I'll start with just hitting on some things that you did, maybe that I picked out without being redundant, right? We all know he's the guy, but shout out Rock Hill. They challenged him on the tackling side.
Yep.
They ran to him often. He was making open field tackles. Not that we were surprised, but...
And I'm smiling, bro, because I feel like it's deja vu. I feel like you said that 2 years ago about him.
Yeah, I mean...
In the same game, I'm saying. So shout out to Rock.
Rock, like, you know, especially with DBs and corners, you know, the interceptions, the PBOs,
right.
You know what I mean? The PBUs is good. But, you know, when chances are usually if your corner's got to make 10 or 12 tackles a game, it's probably, you know what I'm saying? But... They was going at him. He was getting it done.
Right.
So shout out to that point. Jaden Williams on the other side, he got beat for the touchdown. Well, Jaden Daniels. Excuse me. He got beat for the touchdown early, and that was it.
He held it down.
Yeah, he held it down. He didn't get rattled. He made tackles in open space. He was where he needed to be. Ended up playing a very, very, very solid game.
Facts.
We might get spoiled with all these great players and everything. For Glenville, but man, can we really talk about how good CJ Newell is?
He a baller, bro.
Like,
he a baller, man.
Realistically, man. Like,
he one of them. He one of them. Him, what they call him, one of them.
I mean,
mama that man outside. That's why I wanted to talk about him and Aaron Scales. They kind of twins in what they bring.
If you're a football person, you can't watch these guys and not enjoy the way they play the game.
Yes.
The way they play the game. So shout out to Aaron Scale and CJ Newell, man. I'm a huge fan of those guys. Huge fan of the way they play the game, the way they strap it up every time they come out. And
every time they come out.
CJ he gonna let you know he out there early. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them guys.
Facts.
Another thing, Patrick Kenzel, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Because he was out there popping plastic. He's out there popping plastic as well. You know what I mean? So just so many. And then, of course, Sincere Johnson and Brayton Feaster meeting up in the hole multiple times.
I'm glad we got to be there to see that.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And these are two of the premier guys in the country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let alone the state. And they get into it. So, you know, we got to see that. Shout out both of them guys. The only people I was disappointed with really was, you know what I'm saying, the refs and the whistles, man. Like, granted, the discipline part, knowing the situation, knowing the terrain that you're playing in, knowing the climate, you know, that's what we expect out of those players who go into the next level to actually be, okay, I know I can't. Like you said, maybe I need to do this on the sideline. You know what I mean? Because it can be agitated and or not even appreciated by everybody involved in the game.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna kick the referees' backs in because you know they have even a closer vantage point than I. However, when you have all these alphas playing,
come on, man,
and they playing this fast and they playing this hard
and making huge plays,
if you get a sack on third down. And Sincere Johnson does his which is going to be, you know, for him, he has to start putting these celebrations in. This is marketing, right? At this point, you're going to Ohio State, you know, you one of the premier players in the country.
Right.
You know, these things, these celebrations, even after Brayton Feaster gets a brace a long run, it's not nothing excessive, but he entertains, right? Mm-hmm. So we, you know, these are the kids that we expect to sell the game as well. So. I don't like the way the ref kind of
Yeah,
inserted themselves into the competition of play.
Especially, bro, if I'm not celebrating towards my opponent.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing distasteful at all. It wasn't nothing distasteful
you know what I mean?
at all.
If I'm sitting there with a couple of my teammates around me and I do
Right.
my little, like, or at least give them a warning.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean?
And it don't take away a third and long sack if that's interfering with the game.
I didn't like that part.
Right. So we could, we give everybody else grace. So I hopefully the the Zebras go in there, they look at their film and say, okay, we can do better. Mm-hmm. The beauty of it is these two teams are in different divisions. So like you said, they'll still make a deep run into the playoffs, and that won't take them out the game. But you know what I'm saying? Not to add too much to it. Great game. Ace Brown, two times in a row we seen him seal the game. You know what I'm saying? Sealing the game.
Clutch.
And right after this segment, we will have your post-game highlights when we got to talk to Ace Brown and Mr. Kenzo about how they felt about the game. And Ace Brown had some interesting takes on the respect of Hoban as it pertains to playing against Glenville. So stay tuned for that.
Stay locked in.
Definitely
Start
entertaining.
calling Ace Kobe because he's closing the deal.
Right, for sure. And he let them know.
Stay tuned.
Put some respect on their name.
Stay tuned in.
But yeah, that was our Ellie House game of the week. Shout out to our sponsors, Ellie House. Mm-hmm. And man, Coach.
It's a great night.
Oh yeah, and
appreciate Mr. Bing.
And let me add this before we move on. How we talked about being able to see these are the guys who are gonna play on Saturday, and then if they so desire, or if that's in the cards for them, they're gonna be playing on Sunday. Sincere Johnson, the Feaster brothers, Ace Brown, CJ Newell, Sam Greer, Rock Hill,
Jalen Edwards,
right? All these guys, right?
Squeak Feaster, like I could go back and forth
all day. Hall of Fame coaches,
right, facts.
And we get to watch the game in the back of the end zone with a Super Bowl champion.
No doubt.
Shout out Mario Manningham, man, who hung out with the BTL crew.
Shout out little bro
at the game, and so we blessed, man.
We are, bro.
And if
we are. Anytime we get to be around little bro,
you know what I'm saying. We get to see what his takes is and hear what his hot takes is about what he see going on.
And I love Rio, Mario Manningham out there. I love Rio, that's little brother. And then even more important is I love when I get there and his son, Coach Stella, what's up?
For sure.
They come holler at me. So Rio, that's little bro. We locked in forever. But the fact that I can know his boys and be in their life and build the relationships was even better. And shout out to Mario, man. I told him today I'm proud of him, man. Great father. I know Mario's background, I know his grandfather is super, super proud of him, of the father he became, and him and Tiffany doing a great job raising them boys. So shout out to Mar and Ace. Ace, you can't see me. That's for my nephew. He know what I'm talking.
For sure, man. Moving right along.
Between the lines with Coach Stella at our Ellie House game of the week. Hoban got it done 12-9. I'm here with senior Patrick Kenzel, linebacker, slot, nickel, safety. He was all over the place tonight. Patrick, how you feel, big dog?
I feel great. Harder in victory.
Patrick, I had you down for 3 sacks. Some of it's close. It could be tackles for loss. Tell me what was the game plan with you tonight, because I felt like you made a lot of big plays in their backfield.
They're known for coming out physical, and I just knew I had to outcompete them and, show them with the grit. That's my line right there. Just use the grit.
Use the grit. Kids at home and Hoban, show them with the grit.
Yes, sir.
Hey, talk about your defense. I know Braden, he get a lot of the fanfare, 99-yard touchdown to end the game. He deserved it. I ain't want to interview him again. Yeah. Talk about the defense, though. Y'all hold that talented team to only 9 points. Talk about the defense.
Yeah, our other edge, Ace, he's just on the other side going just as hard as I am. We got Squeak riding. He'll come and knock somebody's head off. And, we got a great secondary. So it's just all around, everybody working as a team and knowing that we got each other's backs, which was what we do every day in practice.
No doubt. You talked about your bookie end. You talked about Ace Brown. Ace, I've been knowing Ace since he's been little, one of the best ends we got in the state of Ohio, making plays, close to 10 sacks already. Talk about what it means to play on the other side of him and what does his presence mean for you.
It gives me confidence knowing that I got somebody that is going to be on the other side pushing just as hard as I am and knowing that I can get my all and not have to worry about it.
No doubt. Now, you had a big-time game. We got to win. Give me one thing you want to work on as far as your game individually moving into next week.
Definitely coming out on that first drive. I feel like I came out a little slow in that first couple plays, but after that, we came out hard and good. So I think next week that's just going to be the focus, is come out ready and prepared and get it done.
Now, real quick, before we get out of here, we talked about Braden Feaster. He closed the game out, 99-yard touchdown. What would it feel like? I know you probably learned a little bit in your career. What does it feel like to be on the other side of the ball with Braden Feaster coming downhill at you?
Man, sometimes I just run away. I'm not gonna lie to you, he's too damn big.
I had to ask you that question before I get you out of here, Patrick. We always do shout-outs. Look at the camera, shout anybody you out, one person or 100. Give somebody some love.
My dad, my family, my boy Tyler. Yeah, that's all I got.
You heard him shout out. You believe in the grit. All the kids in Hoban, keep grinding, keep gritting. Senior Patrick Kenzel got it done tonight coming off the edge. Between the lines with Coach Stella. We out of here, baby. Hey. Between the lines with Coach Stella at our Ellie House game of the night. We got the big dog, senior Ace Brown, coming off the edge, being a menace like always. Ace, y'all got the dub. What it feel like, baby?
It was a great dub. Everybody had us as underdogs again every week, every year. We're the underdogs against everybody, and we come out and show them why we're not. I mean, we're getting tired of everybody calling us the underdogs, so we just come out here and show them every week we're really those guys.
You heard him, they them guys. We had your boy, Mr. Patrick Kenzel, as our player of the game. He talked about how much it means to play on the other side of you and how your attention helps him ball out. Talk about your guy, 24 now, and what it means to play on the other side of him.
I mean, it's great. I mean, if they want to double me, he going to get one every time. It's a no-doubt brainer. They're going to double him. I'm coming off the edge, and I'm going to give me one too. So with that being said, you either just got to have great tackles or it's going to be a long game for both tackles.
You heard him. Talk about the defense. Y'all only give up 9 points playing the Cleveland-Glenville offense that's loaded with talent, Division I talent everywhere. What was the defensive game plan, and what was y'all mindset coming into the game?
Our defensive game plan was we're those guys, and they're not better than us, and we know they're not. We just got to stop this pass game because we knew they weren't going to get more than 50 yards on the run game against us, and we won the game like that, which we did. Our DB stepped up. I don't think that one deep ball really don't count in our eyes because we was in a messed up coverage, but other than that, they didn't really do anything to us this game. They didn't show anything. We did it.
You heard the man. Give me one thing, Ace, individually, and give me one thing as a team defense you want to improve on this week going into the next week versus Central.
We got to improve, definitely, injuries. We got a lot of injuries this week. We got Big Sam Greer. We got Feaster ankle right now. We got Rock getting banged up this game and coming back. We got a lot of crampers. If we get that all right, we're good. That's it.
You heard the man. They get healthy. Watch out. Division II playoffs. Before we get out of here, man, look at the camera, get some shout-outs. Look out. You got to shout out Ma Dukes, but shout out anybody.
I got to shout out my whole fam, just everybody that rock with me back from Youngstown. I know I don't play down there no more, and I do apologize for that. Everybody is mad, but I got to do what's best for me, and I do want to say I love everybody down there, though.
You heard the man, and I'm going to say this on camera. Anybody mad at the man for putting his family first and his dreams first, I ain't going to say it on camera, but go do whatever you want to do. Keep rooting this guy on. We got a great kid from our valley that's up here putting on for the city and chasing his dreams. Ace, we proud of you. You know we love your game at Between the Lines with Coach Stella. Keep balling, baby. You see the guy, Ace Brown, over 10 sacks already. Hey.
Mario Ellie House, stay locked in Between the Lines with Coach Stella.